This is an assembly instruction for I-beam sliding door, 24 by 16 double sliding door. This is what the pallet shows like of material when it shows up on job site. Pre-drilled, pre-cut, pre-punched, verticals, horizontals, type C channels, pre-marked. Shows you where the gets installed. This is the Ultra Glide track, 6,570 pound rated track and trolley. Ultra Glide track system gets lagged into place. Then you screw on the B1 brackets. There's 6 number 12 screws that go into the B1 brackets on each corner. Then you screw on the B2 brackets on the top C channel and make sure the holes are lined up. Make sure the bottom C channel extends beyond the jamb. Line up the colored dots and bolt in the vertical and C channel frames. Then you install the girts using 4 number 10 by 1 screws. There's 4 screws in each connection. Be careful not to overdrive these screws, they will snap. Next you install the B2 bracket and make sure the holes line up properly. There's 4 screws in each one of these brackets. The next step is installing the latch mechanism that's pre-drilled on the vertical frame. And you drill a 1/2 inch or greater hole 4 inches in from the inside of the frame, 1.25 inches up from the bottom of the girt, and that's for the latch rod. Slides through that girt into the latch mechanism. Now there's a trim. You install the deflector trim 1 inch from the top of the bottom C channel, and then the vertical frame cover gets cut to notch out around the bottom C channel to allow for the opening for the center door guide and the clincher bracket to allow the door to slide through. Vertical frame trim cover gets installed, snaps over the deflector trim, and that gets installed at the same dimension. You lap the trim, cut the top down 3 inches at an angle so it doesn't snag when opening and closing the door. Overlap the trim anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 inches. Then mark out where the latch handle's at. Cut that out. Doesn't have to be a pretty cut. You got a 2-inch plate that goes over that. There's a rubber gasket and a filter plate. And that gets screwed in with 1.5 inch screws. Careful not to over tighten those screws. They can wedge the latch handle. Work the handle back and forth. Make sure it's in proper motion. Then lay the steel on the door panel. Ideally you want anywhere from 6 to 8 inches from the inside of the frame, so your door panel is centered, and that gets installed 1 inch down on the bottom C channel. Then you install the base trim, which is a wainscot trim, and then the top hat trim. And then you mark out the girts, 4 screws to screw on the panel trim. Chalk a line from jamb to jamb. And then you install the T-strip trim to the one of the door frames. Drill a hole in the center of the top C channel for the hanger so you can hang the door. Slide the hangers into the track. Slide the sawhorse out so it doesn't get snagged on the piece, and then you slide the bolt with a chain into the top frame. Set your door into the tracks, tighten it up with an impact or wrench. Adjust your door so you got proper spacing. Make sure it's tight in the center. You got no gaps. Make sure it's the same height. And once it's all adjusted, you put screws into the trolley hanger. Next, you install the door guide roller bearing. That gets put on the bottom C channel. Then you install the J channel door guide. That gets installed with 5/16 by 1.5 inch lag screws. Make sure you got enough room for give. Then install a 3" by 5/16 lag bolt in the end. That's the door stop, and also extra support to hold the J channel in place. Then install a clincher bracket, and that's the 3/8 by 4" lag bolts that are supplied in the hardware packet. Those attach through the skirt into the jamb post. Then install your door latches. Latch rod, your center door guide gets embedded in concrete. Your door is fully operational. Very simple, slides very easy, very durable. Doors are operatable. These are our mechanical jamb latches with a roller bearing. They self-latch the door and hold the door tight to the jamb. Door operates with ease. You can open it from the inside or the outside. And the jamb latch acts as a door lock, holds the door in the open position. And that is how you install an I-beam sliding door.